What happens when an undercover CEO visits his own company as a customer? Let's dive to see. Blake Martin was a man of deep thought and strong determination. As the CEO of Stellar Services, he had built the company from the ground up. Known for his kind heart and steady resolve, Blake believed in working with his team hand in hand. Yet he often wondered if the company he created was living up to his dreams. To find the truth hidden behind daily routines and polite greetings, he decided to go undercover as a regular customer. One cool morning, Blake walked into a Stellar Services branch in plain clothes. His usual crisp suit was replaced by a simple jacket and jeans. His face was calm, but his eyes showed a spark of curiosity and a touch of sadness, a quiet hope that his company still carried his vision of care and respect. He sat in the waiting area, his heart heavy with memories of long nights and countless sacrifices made to build a business that valued people. As he waited, Blake observed the surroundings. The reception area was neat, yet something was off. The warm smile he once knew from his loyal team member Travis was missing. Instead, a new staff member named Nolan, who seemed rushed and uneasy, stood behind the counter. Nolan's voice was low and hurried when he greeted customers, and it was clear he was trying to keep up with a growing list of tasks. Blake decided to order a service he had once admired. He took a seat in a quiet corner, scribbling notes on a small notepad. With each passing minute, his eyes moved carefully from one detail to another. He listened to the tone of Nolan's voice as he took orders, and his heart sank when he heard a call from behind the counter that was met with silence. At one point, a customer asked a simple question about a service plan. Instead of a clear answer, the response came in a rush of half-formed words and a tone that bordered on impatience. The customer left with a confused look, and Blake felt a pang of sorrow for the man who had hoped for understanding. This was not the warm care Stellar Services was known for. Blake continued his journey through the store. In the back, he noticed a scene that touched him deeply. He saw his old friend and longtime employee, Derrick, who had worked under him since the company's early days. Derrick was quietly fixing a small technical issue near the service desk, his brow furrowed with concern. Blake paused to watch Derrick work, feeling a mix of pride and worry. He remembered the early days when every smile and every problem solved was a testament to the company's promise. Now, the tired look on Derrick's face and the hurried tone of Nolan told him that the promise was in danger of being forgotten. At one point, Blake ordered help with a complicated request. Instead of the friendly assistance he had hoped for, he was met with a cold stare and a curt reply. His heart tightened as he realized that the true problem lay not in the task itself, but in the loss of genuine care. He felt as if he were watching his own creation crumble slowly, not from financial troubles, but from the erosion of trust and respect between a company and its customers. Later in the day, Blake sat down at a quiet table in the store's small lounge area. There, he overheard a conversation between two employees. One, named Connor, quietly expressed his worry about the mounting pressure from management. The other, Martin, admitted that the high target set by upper management had made them lose focus on what really mattered, the customer. This conversation was one of two important hooks in the day, where truth unfolded before his eyes. Blake's heart ached as he listened. The emotion in their voices was raw and honest. It made him realize that the true strength of Stellar Services had always been the connection with the customer and the care shown by every employee. With a heavy heart, Blake took notes in his notepad. Every observation was a piece of a puzzle that he had long hoped to complete. The second hook of the day came as he noticed a group of customers gathered near the service desk, all sharing similar stories of unmet expectations and disappointed smiles. They were not angry, but their voices carried a sadness that reflected a broken promise. The customers spoke of delays, of impersonal service, and of a time when the company had truly cared for them. Their words were like a sad quote that echoed in the quiet of the store, a reminder of what had once been so bright and full of hope. Blake knew that the company he built was more than just a business. It was a promise to every person who walked through its doors. Standing there, hidden among the everyday people, he felt a deep emotional pull. He realized that the path to true success was not paved with numbers or targets, but with kindness, patience, and the courage to listen. In that moment, he promised himself to bring back the spirit of genuine care that had once defined Stellar Services. As the day ended, Blake quietly left the store, his mind filled with a mix of sorrow and determination. The experience had shocked him deeply, yet it also offered a chance to rebuild. The truth was clear: change was needed, not just in processes and policies, but in the heart of the company. Blake knew that with the help of dedicated employees like Derrick, and by listening to honest voices like those of Connor and Martin, he could guide Stellar Services back to its original promise. On his way back home, Blake thought of a simple yet powerful message. Every moment is a chance to rebuild trust. Every small act of kindness can light a spark of hope. This message became the guiding light for his next steps. He planned to meet with his top team members and share his experience, to remind them of the importance of care and respect. The day had been long and filled with many lessons, and now it was time to act on them. Blake's undercover visit had shown him the path ahead. It was a path filled with challenges, but also with the potential for a stronger, kinder company. The story of the day would not be forgotten. It would be the moment that sparked a change, a moment that reminded everyone in Stellar Services that true success lies in the heart of every customer and every act of sincere service. And so, with a quiet determination and a promise to never let the flame of genuine care die out, Blake set out to restore his company. He knew that the journey ahead would be difficult, but he was ready to lead with compassion and truth. In that hope lay the true strength of Stellar Services, a strength that would shine again in every smile, every word, and every act of kindness. That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you'd like to show some extra love, tap the 3 dots near the share button and send a super thanks.